Hi, hello there, it's Ruth here, Artful Stampin', and I'm really sorry to do this video late, but I thought better late than never. I've had a bit of a busy day at two events. I went to a friend's barbecue for most of the day and then went on to a birthday party. So anyway, hello, so welcome to the Christmas Challenge Stampathon. August, I can't believe we've got this far. It was a bit of a kind of twinkle in our eye in January, wasn't it, Ellen? Ellen's just joined me live. Thank you for coming on, Ellen. And we've been going all this time now, so this is month 8. Wow. So this month, if you haven't heard already, I'm really sorry I'm a bit behind. The challenge for this month is to use the one sheet wonder technique. Now, there's two ways in which you can interpret this. But it basically means using a whole sheet of either designer series paper, so that it's paper already been designed and that you've bought, and you're going to cut it up and use the whole sheet to make several cards, as many as you can fit, or you can actually stamp the paper yourself. Now, this is something that I love doing. Guys who follow me, you know that I love doing this, and every Wednesday, generally, apart from this last Wednesday, I tend to do a video based on a one sheet wonder. But because I knew this was coming up, I kind of skipped Wednesday because I knew I was going to be coming on here to do it now. So, now, let's get straight to it. I'm going to be creating a really pretty background. You know, that's what I like to do. And I want to just show you a little tip that has been around for quite a while, but I've just recently got into kind of using it. So it's where you use your rubber stamps, shock horror, without a block. You just use your hands with it. Now, it's been around for quite a while within mixed media circles. If you're into kind of grungy mixed media, I think you know, if you're into it, you'll know what I mean. Then you often see people using this technique, and I'm just going to show you how to do it now. So I've got a variety of different backgrounds here. I've got the lovely burlap one, the fabulous new gingham buffalo. So I keep saying gingham, but it's called buffalo check. I wish they had just called it gingham. It would have made it much easier. It's just so versatile, this stamp. It is going to be available from the 4th of September, so don't rush to go to the shop right now to try and get it. It is from the 4th of September. Okay, so what I do is I tend to now always order these stamps not wood mounted, but clear block mounted, because yes, I do have the block, but even if you don't have the block, they're quite easy to use by just laying them on your table and then inking it up, and then using it by putting the paper on top. However, there is a second way of using it. You can literally grab the stamp in your hand like this, ink it up, and I'm not being too careful how I'm inking it up because I don't want it to have kind of a square block of ink on here. I want it to be more sporadic, and I'm just going to use my hands and stamp down in various places, as you can see. Now, I've used the grey here, and I think it's probably a little bit too dark for what I kind of intended it to be, but I'm going to go with it and see what happens. And I'm just going to create a bit of a kind of montagey, collagey effect here, okay? So I'm just creating a really sort of, yeah, detailed kind of piece of work here. Okay, so there's my grey burlap gone on. I know I have got no idea how this is going to turn out, everybody. Thanks for joining me. I did see loads of people come in and say hello. Lovely to see you. Okay, so that was Smoky Slate, and I'm hoping this is going to just dry a little bit lighter than this, because this is not quite, I didn't want it quite as dark as that, but we will see. I don't want to start completely over again, so let's just go with it, yeah? So here I have the buffalo check, and getting that inked up, and I'm just going to pop that down in various places. I've gone for quite sort of neutral colours for the background. And hi Cheryl, yes I am, thank you. So as I was saying earlier, we went out to a barbecue that started at sort of 12ish, and I was asked to do the salads for it, so I've been chopping and cutting most of sort of Friday afternoon. to get ready for it. And then we had actually friends around to the house on Friday evening, so we ate some of the salads then. And then, so we went off to the barbecue, and then we had another party to go to at 6 o'clock this evening. So the salads all got packed up, and then went again to somewhere else. So we've been out since about 11 this morning, or just thereafter. And we got back about an hour ago. Oh my goodness, I made so many different types, Cheryl. Okay, actually I think I'm going to have a bit of a change. I want to put some blue now on this. What did I make? I did a kale and avocado and pomegranate seed one. And what else did I do? Just like a pesto pasta one. Hi Bobby, nice to see you. Hi Sherry. What else? So those of you who've just joined, I'm just creating a sheet of collage stamping, and I'm using the background stamps with my hands, because I want it to be a very kind of organic kind of collage effect. I don't want it to be too prescriptive, so I'm just kind of going for it and trying to fill some spaces where I can see that there are some spaces, and just kind of going for it really. Okay, and I like seeing the kind of juxtaposition of the different textures. So I've got 3 very different types of textures here. I've got that really open buffalo check there, and then I've got the more detailed burlap, and then I've got the music, which kind of clearly holds more meaning because of the notes that you can see. So a kidney bean salad, potato salad and coleslaw. Oh yes. Oh yeah. Yes, I intended to do a bean one. I like doing mixed beans and then just like chopping up mint. But when I went to use my mint in the garden, they're quite old, and I was like, oh, I'm not sure. So I did use some mint in a potato salad I did, but I didn't end up doing my normal minty bean salad. Although a really good way of cheating with the minty bean one is just to use mint sauce, which I think I might have had in the fridge, but I didn't have time this morning to do it. So okay, so here I am using the First Frost stamp set. Again, this is going to be coming available in September. Not many days to go till you'll be able to order this. And I wanted to go with a kind of beige and blue theme now. I want to put down some gorgeous dark blue here. So I'm kind of just looking for gaps in the pattern, or the patterns that I've created on here, and just kind of go for it. And I know I tend to do this quite a lot, where I cluster 2 flowers together. I don't know why I do that. I think I just like it, so that's why I do it. And I kind of pull them in quite tightly together. Okay, go in there like that. Okay, so you're all with me. You're okay. You love a kidney bean salad. Oh, yay. I'm trying to think if there was any new recipes that I tried out this time. Oh, I forgot to say, in the kale and pomegranate seed one, I put an avocado. I also chopped up some halloumi, so that was quite nice. Okay, so that was Night of Navy, and I've got blueberry bushel here. So I think I may use the smaller rows with blueberry bushel. So I just want to check on the direction of the stamp. I'm trying to think which one I prefer. I don't know if I prefer that way. I think I might prefer that way around, like that. Actually, I'm going to do a dark one there. Okay, sorry, I'm going quiet because I'm concentrating. Just want to get this looking really pretty. And then what my original idea was to then cut this up and then stamp the word rejoice over the top of it, which I think I'm going to have to emboss it now, like with gold or something, to make it really show up. So let's have a look what else we've got. Okay, I'm going to set the blues aside just for a moment and bring in some of the green. Let's see what blocks I've got. So what do you actually put in your kidney bean salad? Hi, Geraldine. Oh, thank you. Well, I hope it was worth waiting for. I know this should have been out earlier today. I'm afraid I had it on my list of things to do this morning, but I ended up crocheting too late into the night and then got up late and then just didn't have kind of time to do this. Okay, so because I'm going to be stamping around these rows, I've just noticed there was this circle on my desk. I'm just going to use this to mask off some areas while I stamp these leafy bits, because I don't want to be strict about things not overlapping, but I really don't want too much overlap with these greens. So I'm just using my mask here so that I don't get too much of that green on the roses itself. Okay, so you can do this with any old piece of paper. You can even rip a mask if needs be. Go. You can see that I'm using the stamping and then stamping again just to create that lighter effect into the background there. You know what, I'm just going to rip into this. You make it and eat it all yourself, do you, Bobby? Okay. Oh, I did try, I found a recipe on Pinterest that included, like, I used black beans and mango. So because we can get like frozen mango here, I thought, oh, I'll just have a packet of that ready in my freezer just in case. And I literally just, some of the mango chunks were a little bit big, so I cut them as they were frozen. And I do recommend actually using frozen food in salads, especially if you've got to keep them fresh. So like using frozen sweet corn, or actually I also saw a recipe that used blueberries as well. But I didn't end up making that salad. So anyway, for those of you who've come here for a Christmas themed, you're also getting a lesson in salads. So hard-boiled eggs. Ooh. Ooh, I'm gonna have to read these messages back, or you're gonna have to send me the recipe, Cheryl. I actually started pinning a whole load, but it's on a secret board, so I think I'll create a new Pinterest board to do with salads, and you guys can all follow it. Actually, we could even, I've discovered on Pinterest, you can actually add contributors to boards now. So that's what we're talking about, salads. I think if you follow me on Pinterest and you want to follow and contribute to my salad board, then maybe we could have a salad board that you guys could all pin to. That would be fun, wouldn't it? We can share recipes. I always end up talking about food, you know. People who are good friends of mine, we always end up talking about food. I suppose food unites people, isn't it? You know, it's the common denominator. We all have to eat. And we all like to eat food, you know, nice food. So whether we make it ourselves or we're buying it, we all want to eat nice things, don't we? Okay, right, let's have a look. Sorry, hopefully I've been busy and chatty and all at the same time to try and fill in some of these spaces. So after you've had a good go, it's worth then looking at it and thinking, ooh, is there a gap? Is there an area that needs, you know, but at the same time, it doesn't mean you have to fill everything. It just, you know, sometimes it's good to have a room to breathe and whatever. So This I think I'm happy with. I'm just going to use up some of the ink that's on here, just to use that up. Okay, so I think I am happy with this design. If anyone wants to take a screenshot right now, that would be great. I don't know if I can take a screenshot while I'm filming. I don't think I can do that. So I'm going to now cut this up into the pieces that I would then use to mount it. I'm not going to do any sort of fancy cutting up because I actually want to stamp a word onto here. So in the UK, we use centimetres, so I cut this to 10 centimetres, which is just under 4 inches. So I know you guys in the States, I think your cardstock comes at 8 by 11, doesn't it? So you would probably want to cut this a little bit smaller because your cards tend to be 4 by 5.5, don't they? So you perhaps cut it at 3 3/4 inches to get the same effect. And then I'm going to cut this at just under 14.5 centimetres. It's like 14.35. Like that. You see that blue piece, that sticker I've got there, that tells me where I'm meant to cut up to. So if you've got common measurements that you like to use a lot, it's always worth putting a piece of washi tape or painter's tape or whatever, masking tape. So yes, I do have this little sort of strippy bit left over. I'm not planning on using that right now because I know you guys want to see what I'm going to come up with. So I need my embossing buddy. Here he is. Then I also need my embossing powder. And I need you guys to choose what colour embossing powder you want me to go for. So I have silver, clear, copper, gold and white. Okay, let's remove clear and white from that equation. So we've got silver, copper and gold. I actually also have black, but I don't think I want black, so that's not going to be an option. Oh, you guys are 8.5 by 11. Ah, so you could cut this at 4 inches. Your vote's for gold. Okay, Geraldine. So while you guys are deciding, I'm just going to go over with my embossing buddy. And the ink is not, I don't know if it's quite dry yet, actually, because I'm not sure if that's from a previous thing or... Okay, so we've had one vote for gold. While you're still deciding, I'm going to get my stamp ready. Copper with the blue. Ooh, okay, well we've got 4 different ones. So this gorgeous Rejoice, oh, it's so pretty. I've made some beautiful cards already using this. Again, this is all available in September. If you're a current demonstrator, you can order these products today. But if you're not, then you can wait until the 4th of September. Make sure you get your demonstrator to send you a catalogue. If you are my customer and you haven't had one off me already, my deepest apologies. And please send me... Oh, thank you, Cheryl, for sending me a screenshot. Please remind me, holler me, to send you a catalogue. Okay, so I was taking my time on mounting this stamp to make sure that the word here is parallel with the actual block. And the reason I do that is because when I turn this over, it's very tempting to think that it should go like that. Does that make sense? It feels like the word goes across there, but it doesn't. It actually does that. So I know this because my block it's parallel to my block. So that's just a little tip. If you, like me, don't like putting your stickers on the back of your card. So let's just place this here and give it a good push down. Just take your time to make sure all that lovely ink has transferred. And then I'm just going to do a second one. I won't do all 4. I'll just do copper and the gold, and then we'll end it for tonight. And thank you guys for hopping in here and keeping me company. It's very kind of you. If you're watching on the replay, I'm sorry you missed me live, but I hope you're enjoying all the fun and the ability to fast forward me, wittering on about salads. So if you fast forwarded, then you may have missed all the conversation about salads, but that's not a bad thing. Right, copper and gold. Let's have a look. So I've got my little tubs here. Now I'm thinking of changing my tubs because I realise that these have got a little bit of a lip on them, and they're not the best way to store these. So I'm on the lookout for some different tubs. So that's the copper. Yeah, because look, I get some falling out even though I haven't actually tipped any out, because it seems to sort of pool in this area around here. Right. Gold. I've been very careful how I open this. Right, so that was the copper one. I think this is the gold one. I'm hoping it's the gold one. Yay. I'll do that again. Do a second pass through. Now I can't decide whether I'm hoping this is going to be very subtle or if it's going to be nice and vibrant. I'm not sure which it's going to be. Now, where's my heat tool? Oh, I used it the other day. Oh, I used it the other day and I forgot to bring it back from the venue. So I'm going to have to grab an old one. Bear with. I'm nearly there, guys. Okay. This is my ancient one. Hello, ancient one. Not used you for a while. You can hear it crackling a bit. I'm not sure if that's a good thing. Right, let's see how this looks. Oh, ooh. Ooh, I don't know if you guys are seeing this, but oh my goodness. Let's see if it'll come into focus. Come on. Can you guys see that? Can you guys see that? You see, this is now when I wish that YouTube had hearts. You know, you can tap on the screen and give me some hearts, because that, oh, it is absolutely gorgeous. Okay. You know what? The way to give me hearts on this is to give me a thumbs up on this video. That's all I can say. And share it out. Okay, so this is the copper now, which I am liking as well. Good call, Esther. Oh, that is so yummy against all the copper and the, sorry, not the copper, the blue and the green and the browns. Oh, that's so pretty. Oh, I love it. Okay, so now, shall we put it on a background of... Oh, no, I found my heat tool. Oh, that's good. I'm relieved. It was in a different bag. Okay, so this is Pacific Point. Ah, no, you see, that's not doing it for me. No. I think I'm going to have to grab out the Blueberry Bushel and the Night of Navy and see which one is a better background. So that's Night of Navy. And let's get Blueberry. Let's have a look. So there's Blueberry. Oh, all crumb cake, says Esther. Controversial. controversial, Esther. Let's get the crumb cake. Do I got any crumb cake in here? Oh, grey granite, says Ellen Woodbridge. Oh my goodness. Look, all the demos are coming out the woodwork now. Do I have any grey granite in here? Let's just see. I've got blue. That's smoky slate. Let me just see if I've got grey granite. Oh, I don't have grey granite as yet. Or do I? No, I don't. I don't have stock of that just yet, the grey granite. So that's the crumb cake background. That's the navy, which is super classy. I need grey granite. I do need grey granite actually, Ellen, and it will be going on my next order. Oh. Oh. Well, now the wonderful thing about a one sheet wonder is I have 4. Okay, I have 4. So I could do one night of navy, 1 blueberry bushel, 1 crumb cake, and 1 grey granite if I so wished. So you know what? I'm just going to kind of go with what I've already got out already. So I think I'll do one. I'll do 1 crumb cake, seeing as Esther requested that. And let's have a look. I may as well just do a blueberry. So I'm not choosing one over the other. It's literally what I've got at hand because I like them all. I'm nearly sitting on my embossing powder. So let me just show you how I do my scoring. So I want a top folding card, and I know some people don't like these top folding cards, but the reason I do them is because when people have those strings hanging up, I like the card to hang correctly on the little stringy things, and that's just because I tend to put my cards up that way. I know not everybody does that, but that's just me. Okay, so now the hunt for the full tombow begins. I've got so many tombos on my desk, and I try and store them upside down so that even if I'm running out of tombow, I'll find one that is at least ready to use. Oh, maybe this one looks like an old one that needs using. Right, so if you have joined me from the Christmas Challenge Stampathon 2018 Facebook page, welcome, and I hope this inspires you for your August/September's challenge. Remember to get it in by the 24th of September. If you want to know the rules, I'm not going to go into them all right now. Please join the Facebook group, and there will be a link, probably not tonight, but in the next few days there will be a link to that Facebook group from the bottom of this YouTube broadcast. So, oh, now do you see, I quite like the, oh, do I want that one there? Oh, I'm just going to do it. But I think I would have preferred the copper to be on a blue background, but there we go, that's just me. But I have to say, I'm very chuffed how these have turned out. They've turned out much better than I anticipated, because when I started stamping that burlap, I was not convinced that I had made the right decision. But it has worked out okay. So just to recap, get out those lovely big stamps of yours that perhaps you don't tend to use that often. You do not have to use them in their entirety. You can just go ahead and stamp portions onto the page to create this gorgeous kind of collage effect, which is so prevalent in lots of different areas of, you know, like fabric design, upholstery, all that kind of thing. And yeah, just get stamping, go for it. Choose a palette, okay, and don't waver from it. So, you know, stick to a palette, and that will help you kind of keep a unified look. because you're using so many different textures that you don't want to be kind of, well, personally my taste is that you don't then go off and choose lots and lots of colours that will just make your eyes go a bit crazy. But if you like that look, please go for it. But this is just kind of my style. So lovely to see you guys. So nice to see you. Sorry I've been a bit quiet over the summer holidays. I'm afraid that is just kind of the way it goes, as I've got my kids at home and we're doing lots of different activities, and so I haven't forgotten you all, and it's lovely to have your company tonight. So hi from Iowa, lovely to see you, April. April Paper Fabric Ink. Let me just have a look at these other messages so I'm not missing out. So, hi Papercrafter 45, nice to see you. Geraldine, thank you, love the burlap. Have you got it? Please go and use it. Hi Laurie, hi Christine, hi Ellen, hi Bobby, hi Esther. Who else? Cheryl. Minnie Mate, hi Dina. Francine. Who else has been on here? And Sue and Sherry. Jeannie. Hi. Hi. How are you, everybody? And Ellie. Yay. Hi, Ellie. Lovely to see you. Okay. Thank you all for joining, and please be inspired and go and have a go yourself, either using a whole sheet of cardstock to create various cards. It's a really simple way to create lots of cards, or have a go at stamping your own background yourself. Take care for now. Bye.